You are engrossed from morning to night. Actually, you are doped. People consider you uncool if you are not on Facebook. Many people who don't use Facebook know something deeper. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ratna. You are watching Empire Diaries. Is Facebook more than just a social media company? Is it actually an intelligence agency? Many people ask these questions. Well, the cat is out of the bag. A recent investigation found that a number of Facebook employees are directly connected to the US Central Intelligence Agency, also called CIA.
It only takes one new piece of foreign intelligence, and everything can change in an instant.
Hey, I think I found something.
Most people will never see your work.
Only 3 people in the world have access to the information we need.
Notify the field.
Unknown to the public, are critical to our national security.
This translation is technically accurate.
I'll call the White House.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CIA.
US-based digital media outlet Mint Press News recently conducted an investigation and exposed a clear link between the CIA and Meta Platforms, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. People who once worked for the CIA, which has legacy of coups and interventions, are now employees of Facebook. Here is what the investigative article on Mint Press News says.
Aaron Berman is CIA, or at least he was until July 2019, when he left his job as a senior analytic manager at the agency to become senior product policy manager for misinformation at Meta. In his 15-year career, Aaron Berman rose to become a highly influential part of the CIA.
Who is this Aaron Berman? He's a top product policy manager for misinformation in Facebook's parent company. According to Berman's LinkedIn profile, he leads the misinformation policy team's US workforce and regularly performs duties for the team's global director in their absence, oversees a high volume of strategic policy work to ensure policies appropriately balance countering harm with fostering free expression. Free expression, that's interesting. We all know what Facebook does in the name of free expression. The social media company nowadays ruthlessly censors content that it doesn't like. So what role did Aaron Berman play in the CIA?
Oversaw large teams of intelligence analysts to enable senior US officials to make decisions on the most critical national security issues. Served in multiple positions. Wrote for and edited the President's Daily Brief. Led briefings for cabinet members, senior National Security Council officials, and members of Congress. Staffed senior executives. Managed multi-million-dollar budgets and coordinated across the intelligence community and with other US government agencies.
So a former CIA guy handling Facebook's free speech policy is indeed a joke. Considering the social media platform's poor track record of censorship, in 2019 Mark Zuckerberg spoke at Georgetown University about the importance of protecting the freedom of speech. In front of hundreds of students, what did he say? He called for the need to ensure the free speech is protected.
People having the power to express themselves at scale is a new kind of force in the world. It is a fifth estate alongside the other power structures in our society. So giving people a voice and broader inclusion go hand in hand. And the trend has certainly been towards us getting much greater voice over time.
For 35 minutes, he spoke mostly about free speech and quoted famous campaigners of freedom of expression. But under the cover of fighting misinformation, Facebook has been banning content that has nothing to do with misinformation. When COVID-19 scaremongering was underway, Facebook deleted countless interviews of doctors and scientists who questioned the manufactured narrative. Those who challenged the propaganda of CDC and Anthony Fauci were silenced by Facebook. Constructive criticism of Big Pharma and its greedy vaccine push were snuffed out.
Journal of Medicine and a member of the External Advisory Committee to the US FDA. said.
We're never going to learn about how safe the vaccine is unless we start giving it.
That statement will go down as the most reckless, as the most reprehensible scientific statement in the history of medical bioethics.
And I believe that in everything we do, we need to make sure that we are empowering people and not simply reinforcing existing institutions and power structures.
So according to some newly released emails, the CDC has been providing misinformation to Facebook to fight misinformation.
Facebook has also removed many groups and pages that tried to give audiences a fresh perspective of the Ukraine war. Only the US version of the Ukraine war is tolerated. Everything else is simply taken down. In a nutshell, Facebook bulldozes content that goes against the narrative that powerful corporations and Western governments want you to know. So much so that it has become a joke. Recently, a meme went viral. Facebook tells you to share what is on your mind, but if you write it, they will delete it. In fact, Facebook has deleted our content as well. It took down our interview with top Belgian vaccinologist Gert van den Bosch, who has worked with Bill Gates' foundation and Gavi and later became a whistleblower.
That means that vaccinating children is very bad.
The Mint Press News report reveals that Aaron Berman isn't the only CIA man in Facebook. Meta has recruited dozens of individuals from the CIA and other US agencies like the FBI, USAID, and the Defense Department. Take Facebook employee Cameron Harris, for example. The Trust and Safety Project Manager at Meta is yet another former CIA employee. His LinkedIn profile says he was an analyst at the CIA until 2019. He worked there for 4 years before joining Zuckerberg's company.
Individuals from other state institutions abound as well. Emily Vacher was an FBI employee from 2001 to 2011, rising to the rank of supervisory special agent. From there, she was headhunted by Facebook Meta and is now a director of trust and safety.
Long and windy road. I have my bachelor's from Cornell. I've got a master's in education, a master's in public administration, and a law degree from Syracuse. And I'm a former FBI agent.
From 2010 to 2020, Mike Brado worked for USAID. USAID is a US government-funded influence organization that has bankrolled or stage-managed multiple regime change operations abroad, including in Venezuela in 2002, Cuba in 2021. Since 2020, Meta employed Brado as a misinformation policy manager.
CIA loves to brand itself as a clean agency, but it has a dirty history. It has been accused of overthrowing multiple foreign governments, funding illegal drug cartels, helping militant organizations, and fueling anti-Muslim rhetoric. Elizabeth Murray, who has worked with the CIA and other US intel organizations for 27 years, said, "I see it as part of the gradual and sinister migration of ambitious young professionals originally trained with the CIA's virtually unlimited taxpayer-funded pot of resources to surveil and target the bad guys during the so-called global war on terror of the post-9/11 era." Let me show you more proof of how CIA operates.
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole. It was like we had entire training courses.
This came from former CIA director Mike Pompeo. He was one of the top leaders of American empire's war crimes.
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole. It was like we had entire training courses.
Time and again, we have seen that social media platforms supply data to the government bodies and intelligence agencies. Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, Apple, they have all been accused of sharing secret user data with outside players. Whistleblower Edward Snowden once famously tweeted, businesses that make money by collecting and selling detailed records of private lives were once plainly described as surveillance companies. They are rebranding as social media is the most successful deception since the Department of War became the Department of Defense. So when you log on to Facebook or any other social media platform, remember that former CIA operatives could be watching you closely. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we publish a report. For more such stories, log on to our website empirediaries.com. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Stay awake.